Hello, my name's Joe Johnson, and I've been actively engaged in research into natural remedies for over 20 years. Now, if you've got a peroneal tendonitis, you need to really listen because this crucial short video will directly affect you. What I have discovered about stopping peroneal tendonitis pain and stopping it quickly is cutting edge, and it just might be the untapped resource that you have been looking for. I'm going to show you how simple it is to reduce or even stop the peroneal tendonitis pain, but just as importantly, or even more importantly, I'm going to show you how to switch on and speed up your body's own natural healing mechanisms without the need for surgery and without risking your health to expensive, useless and even dangerous drugs. Now, Emma Williams is the editor on this website, and Emma's urged me to share with you details of an astonishing discovery that I've made about peroneal tendonitis pain. So, if you're the one with peroneal tendonitis pain, what is actually going on? Well, think of it like this. Whether through wear and tear or toxicity buildup or through an unfortunate accident, your tendons, which are the bits that hold your muscles and bones together, have become inflamed or damaged, and it needs repairing. So if you have peroneal tendonitis problem and you're suffering from pain, discomfort and misery, you need to somehow stimulate your body's healing mechanisms into focusing on and repairing your tendons. And unless you find a way to stimulate your body's healing mechanisms without damaging your body's delicate chemical balance, then sooner or later you'll end up losing the mobility in that joint altogether. Now, I want you to consider this. If you've been stressed, maybe overworked, or you've taken drugs, including painkillers or anti-inflammatories, then your body's healing mechanism has become weaker as a result of that. And that is enough for your healing mechanism to be interrupted or even stopped altogether. Now, once your joints become inflamed, you then experience peroneal tendonitis pain. You know that, and you can struggle to move the joint for months or even years. Some people with peroneal tendonitis, if it's left untreated, they never function properly ever again. Now, to make things even worse, if you've used painkillers or anti-inflammatories to kill that pain around your ankle, you've got to swallow them, which means that the whole of your body's healing mechanism is now shocked and weakened even further because of the toxic shock, the toxic impact of the powerful painkilling drugs. This is why painkillers and anti-inflammatories, they appear to work for a day or two, for a short while, and then the pain, your peroneal tendonitis pain, it comes back worse than ever before. So you end up taking more pills. And if you're in any doubt about the danger of these modern painkillers and anti-inflammatories, and these drugs, sometimes called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, according to a recent report by eminent US doctors, and you can see the proof below, in the United States alone, the total number of deaths caused by conventional medicine like painkillers and these anti-inflammatories, it's an astounding almost 800,000 men, women and children are killed every year. That's about 2,200 a day. So it's now evident that the American medical system is the main cause of death and injury in the United States. Now, that's the eminent doctors saying that, not me. So I was desperate to find a way of reducing and stopping your peroneal tendonitis pain. That's the first thing. But at the same time, stimulating your body's healing mechanism into healing the tendon as fast as possible. But it has to be done without damaging in any way the amazing biochemical miracle, we take for granted every single day, and that's your incredible human body. We can't put more toxins in it. So, I've seen so many people lose their mobility and then they lose their health. And it starts off with simple conditions like peroneal tendonitis. And even after expensive and very painful surgery, well, things go from bad to worse and it's tragic and it's so often avoidable. That's why I did my research. You see, human beings with peroneal tendonitis have been around for tens of thousands of years. They might have called it something else then, but it's the same thing. But drug companies have been around about 100 years, and they don't want you to know what your ancestors knew. So my first step in research is always to go back and see what our ancestors did. Now, after a lot of reading, and I don't mean the usual herbalist research books. I mean, whilst I can't reveal my sources, I've got secret access to some of the very best herbalist remedy books on the planet. Books that are literally kept hidden away by rich collectors, private libraries, specialist libraries, and even drug companies. They've got some amazing herbalist books and they keep them hidden away. Now, I've also got access to modern science, to books that modern science books say they're not even worth reading, because these books have been written by people with zero medical qualifications. But they've lived in the wilds of nature, practicing the secrets of Mother Nature each and every day of their lives, learning. People who've had herbal remedies and they've passed them down from one generation to the next to the next. And it was in one of those research books that I found clues to an ancient cure for peroneal tendonitis pain. Now, I was in France. It was a ramshackle bookshop just behind the port of Antibes in southern France. The book was over 200 years old, and my French isn't any good. But fortunately, the botanical books are written in Latin, and my Latin isn't any good either, but it's good enough to recognise plant names. But I was a bit puzzled at first, see, because there were several amazing and interesting remedies in that book, but there was one remedy that stood out, and the remedy I found was for swelling and injury of the ankle. But the plants I'd read about I'd never considered for use for peroneal tendonitis pain problems. But I took note of the types of plants used, where they were collected, the best ones, the ratio of the mixture, the preparation, and anything else that I could think of that might help me make the remedy once I got back home. Now, of course, I've heard of these herbs before and I've used them many times before, but I had no idea then that once mixed in the right combination, that they would have such a stimulating, an incredible pain relieving effect and an incredible healing effect directly on the peroneal tendons. I knew that up till now that most natural remedies for peroneal tendonitis pain are rubbish. They're nothing more than stimulant creams. What they do is they warm the skin, they stimulate blood flow to that point, but they simply don't affect the pain levels and they don't do anything for the healing mechanism to any degree at all. They feel like they're doing something, but for peroneal tendonitis, they simply don't work and they're not strong enough. So I expected my research to last 6 to 12 months, but I had got a 100% proven remedy in 6 weeks. Now, I wanted to test it for longer, but my conscience wouldn't let me, because every single patient with peroneal tendonitis pain was reporting some amazing results, sometimes in just a few minutes. This remedy has been proven now countless times to quickly reduce peroneal tendonitis pain. But just as importantly, it rapidly speeds up the healing time of the injured peroneal tendons. And that's important. So, how do you use this remedy? Well, you simply massage a few drops of the clear, pleasant smelling remedy directly on to your affected tendons. And that takes you about 5 to 10 seconds. Now you do that 3 times a day. And finally, you put a few drops onto the soles of your feet at bedtime, and that's really important. It's that easy. Your speedy healing will begin. That's important. Now your pain levels will come down quite quickly. Hopefully you'll no longer need these lousy pain-killing drugs that slaughter your already tired immune system. and hopefully the prospect of any painful and expensive surgery will simply go away. Now, I've made the remedy so that it's simple, it's easy, and it's convenient to use. It's very concentrated. So it's a small bottle, but it'll last you a long time. It doesn't look like much, but this remedy really does pack a wallop. When you put it on, you'll feel your tendons improving. Within a few hours of using it, they'll feel different. You'll know something's going on. You'll soon be getting your mobility back. You'll be saying goodbye to bandages and sticks and braces and calipers for good. Your joints will return to health. Now, this is a convenient and easy to use remedy, which means you don't have to spend your days making expensive and time-consuming appointments with therapists and doctors and all that kind of thing, or discussing your problems with strangers in a drugstore. It's just a small bottle of a clear, pleasant smelling herbal liquid. Now this bottle is small, but it'll last you a long time. It'll fit conveniently into your pocket or into your purse, so you can dab the drops of it onto your tendons during the day. Now some of my clients have even used the remedy in conjunction with their support brace, just for a while. Now the choice of that is yours. Now, I plan to launch the remedy called Peroneal Tendonitis, Doctor, with advertising, fancy packaging, and sending it out through a small network of distributors, but I never got the chance. Word spread quickly about the results that I was getting with the remedy, and patients and herbalists literally came here to my practice and they demanded I make it for them. But I couldn't, there was a problem. You see, I tested a lot of different herbs, and the only organic herbs which consistently stopped the tendonitis pain came from the Middle East. Now, in these days, in these war-torn, struggling times, can you imagine how hard it is to import a shipment from the Middle East? Exactly. So to say my ingredient supply is fragile, it's a massive understatement. Now, I recently got enough for 3 batches, and I've made those batches now. I made each batch by hand myself. I measured the stuff, I weighed the herbs, I mixed the herbs, I blended the herbs myself. So don't worry about that. The Peroneal Tendonitis Doctor remedies that I make are of the highest quality possible. Now, I've handed over 2 batches to my trusted friend Emma Williams. So if you've got peroneal tendonitis pain, then I strongly suggest that you get this remedy called Peroneal Tendonitis Doctor before Emma's supplies run out, or before you inadvertently take some more painkillers or end up needing surgery. But I must stress, however, I normally only give this remedy to my personal clients and my fellow herbalists. I've never committed a single batch of Peroneal Tendonitis Doctor to anybody else before. Now, Emma's begged me not to let the other herbalists or online stores know what we were up to till she had the stock. Well, now she's got it, and it's going faster than we both imagined, and that's nice. So if you mess around or think you go away and come back later, you may miss out. And if you've got peroneal tendonitis pain, then that would be a horrible mistake. So don't let that happen. The result is that you're going to be free of peroneal tendonitis pain, and you're going to be able to move pain-free once more. So have a good look at the testimonials below to see how this remedy has helped men and women across the country get rid of their peroneal tendonitis quickly. That's it. Now, it may be that you've got a few understandable seeds of doubt, and that's fair enough. Because after all, you don't know me. So let me put your mind at rest, so you can experience the peroneal tendonitis remedy for yourself completely risk-free. You can try this remedy risk-free for a full 90 days. You don't risk a single penny trying this remedy for yourself. You've got a complete ironclad 90-day unconditional 100% money back guarantee. But the clear and simple truth about this is this: This is a breakthrough. So if this remedy doesn't quickly first reduce your peroneal tendonitis pain, but then get rid of it, and then get your mobility back, and if you're not completely satisfied in any way at all, then I insist you send the remedy back to Emma, in any condition at all, and she will personally make sure that you get a fast and full refund of every penny that you pay for the remedy. No questions asked and no hassles, nothing. And you can keep all the bonus books, the full set, as a thanks for trying the remedy. And you've got my word on that. Okay, so how much will this peroneal tendonitis doctor remedy cost you? Well, I normally charge my clients $200 for an appointment plus $170 for the remedy, because it is handmade and it is organic. But in this occasion, you don't have to have an appointment with me, and appointments with me are pretty hard to get anyway. Plus, I'm not using my offices, I'm not using my staff and all the other expenses we've got here. So I've agreed with Emma, we can afford to give you 50% discount on the peroneal tendonitis doctor remedy. That means you can get your remedy for just $87 plus $5 shipping. It means that you're going to save over $280. Plus, like I said earlier, Emma's literally manhandled me into giving you a set of health ebooks. Now they're valued at $127. And the first 100 people who get the tendonitis doctor remedy, you can have those books. And you can see the details of those bonus books below. Those books alone are worth more than the cost of the remedy. So it's an amazing offer. And this is the first time and the last time that, well, maybe the last time, that this has been sold for less than $170. $87 is less than the price of a course of dangerous painkillers. It's less than the price of a visit to your doctor. And $87 is definitely less than the price of painful surgery that you might end up needing unless you get the thing sorted. So it's completely risk-free, this. So order now while you're on this page and while Emma's still got the remedy in stock. So click on the link below. Emma will look after you. And if you've got any questions about peroneal tendonitis pain or the peroneal tendonitis remedy, you can write to me at any time. Remember, this is risk-free. So click on the link below. Emma will get your remedy in the post to you today. Now, and I look forward to helping you get rid of your pain and get back on your feet and getting your mobility back. Okay? So I look forward to that. Bye for now.